This was the only time Tom and Sarah got to hold their son Harry on the day he died. Just a week old, he never recovered from the catalogue of errors in the hours before and minutes after his birth. Today his family heard a coroner conclude neglect contributed to his wholly avoidable death.
We want this to be the turning point so that it does not happen to other families going forwards. But we've suffered a lot over the last couple of years, and we hope that today is the start of a new beginning for us.
East Kent Hospitals Trust had not checked the competence of the locum registrar who delivered Harry, and vital time was lost because of their inexperience. That was then compounded by the inexperience of another doctor who made a failed attempt to resuscitate Harry. But sadly, his death was not an isolated incident. Potentially dangerous practices at Margate's maternity unit had already been identified almost 2 years before. A damning report had found the unit's senior doctors, the consultants, were reluctant or even refused to work out of hours, and staff who raised concerns about this felt they were ignored by hospital management. That report only became public because Harry's grandfather uncovered it with a Freedom of Information request.
I was horrified because everything that was within this report had happened to Harry.
2 years later.
2 years later. It was the identical things. It was escalation, consultants on call, consultants not turning up overnight, locum inductions, all of that type of thing. And the trust have to learn.
Apologising unreservedly, East Kent Hospitals Trust said, "We are doing everything we can to make rapid improvements. We recognise, however, that the scale of change needed has not taken place quickly enough." But it's all too familiar for James Titcombe, whose efforts after the death of his son Joshua exposed the scandal at Morecambe Bay's maternity unit.
When things do go wrong, we need a culture of openness and honesty, not of blame. We need to really work on that culture, and the priority needs to be high quality investigations and the sharing of the recommendations from those reports right across the whole system.
Once again, it's the tireless work of a grieving family that has shone a light on a culture of poor care. All they want now is for their loss to have made a difference for others.
Yes, the big question, will it make a difference? Catherine, will anything come from these findings?
Well, the healthcare regulator, the Care Quality Commission, is still investigating East Kent Hospitals Trust, and to that end it even had a snap inspection, an unannounced inspection at the two hospitals where maternity services are held in Ashford and Margate on Wednesday and Thursday this week. They even say they may consider a criminal prosecution if, once their inquiries are finished, the facts warrant it. So yes, the spotlight now firmly trained on this trust, but it has to be said, once again, this scrutiny only seems to have turned onto a hospital because a bereaved family have fought and keep on fighting for answers.
OK, Catherine, thank you.